So here are camera settings for Realestate Photography. I am in this cool, spacious house. It's an Airbnb. So here we go. And so here's the camera settings. So what I usually start with is the f-stop, which this is a 16 by 35. So it's a 4 FE4. So the lowest we can go is 4. Sometimes I go to there, but to avoid, so much, how do you say, focusing on certain things, I want to make sure everything gets in focus. So I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. So I usually like to go 5.6. That way, most of everything will be sharp rather than focused on certain things. So 4.6. If it's a little darker, then you do want to go 4. But since it's a little bright outside and it's daytime photos, we're going to keep it at 5.6. Shutter speed. So the shutter speed obviously is how fast it's going to click. So how fast it just goes clam, whenever it takes a photo. So you don't want to go too slow because that's gonna let a lot of motion blur. Let's say if you're holding it with your hand. So you want to make sure it's nice and fast. So I like to keep it around 160. That's kind of like my go-to. Unless it's a little dark, then you could always go to 100, but don't go less than like 60. So we're gonna go 160 for this one. ISO. Try not to mess with the ISO, especially if it's bright. You don't need that extra digital light, so we'll keep it at that. Also make sure that your graph here is not all the way down or all the way to the top. Obviously, if it's too bright, you're gonna lose some of that window right there. So just kind of try to keep it somewhere in between. Most of the time, even if it's a little darker, it's a lot better. Also, so one last thing here, bracketing. We're gonna try to bracket it at least to 3. And I've had so many times it saved me because say you're taking photos, maybe it might be too bright and you end up taking the photos that are too bright. So always want to get a range of different photos. So at least 3. So this is 3 images and it's 1 stop per image. So here's an example. Take the photo and it'll give you a burst. See how it gives you different lighting. So that way you have options. It's better to have, a lot of photos than not enough. So this is kind of a good example. You could even take it to like 5 photos. And it'll give you 5 different lights. So check that out. See how you have options now? That's cool, especially if you have an editor, if you have someone that's helping you out. That way they always have like the best one. See right there, you can see the sky. Right here, you can see the inside and they can just blend it. And that's photos. Have fun.